Anna Marie Vanderhoof, 26W841159 A and B. Your name? Charged with driving on a suspended. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one. I can't hear you.
No.
You waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
On January 4 of 26, it is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle with a suspended license on I-75 near West in Woodhaven at 1:27 in the morning. That is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs, or all those in 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign the advice of rights and read and understand the rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that? You have the right to a lawyer, as I said. Do you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
I'm an enter a not guilty plea, $500 personal bond. You don't have to post any money. Here are your bond conditions. You cannot leave the state without consent. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. So those are your bond conditions. You'll owe the people of Woodhaven $500 if you violate any of those. And I'm entering a plea of denial on the speeding. You understand that?
Yes.
So you're going to go talk to the prosecutor, and then you'll come back in here, okay? Thank you. Lori Hinkle.
Yes, sir.
All right. Audrey Ann Cousineau, 25F245225. All right. Good morning, Mr. Osmond.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeff Osmond on behalf of Audrey Cousineau.
Your name, ma'am?
Audrey Cousineau?
All right. So your client pled guilty to operating while visibly impaired. She was referred for screening and assessment. Any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
No, Your Honor, and I would indicate to the court that she does have her AA sheet here. She's been attending.
Okay, and you've seen that?
Yes,
She's
sir.
been going at least once per week?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else would you like to say?
Judge, I've spoken to her at great length about this incident. She takes it very seriously. She is going to do everything she can. She has this is totally out of character for her. No prior history with law enforcement or anything of that nature. Comes from a good family. And I'm sure we won't see her again back here.
All right, ma'am, is there anything you would like to say?
I would just like to say I'm very sorry and I fully learned my lesson from this.
Okay. All right, good enough. I don't usually only go 8 months, but she scored in category 1 on everything, so I'll go along with that. 8 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You do have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You can't go to any place that sells or dispenses alcohol. They're recommending bi-weekly testing. I'll go along with that, but I'll only make you test bi-weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, then I'll make it monthly, okay? Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. Attend a level 2 alcohol education program and the Victims Impact Panel. That's one night put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. 4 days jail credit, 1, serve 3. I'll let you serve those by way of community service. So 3 days community service, that's 24 hours. And I'm going to give you until March the 25th to complete that. So you got about 7 weeks, okay? So 24 hours community service. You may be eligible for early discharge. You're going to pay fines of $300, costs of $300, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 7 1/4 probation fees. $160 for a total of $885. You have a screening fee of $60 for $945 plus your cost of recovery. Everything included amounts to $1,170. Again, if there are no violations, you can apply for early discharge in 4 months. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand all that?
Yes, I understand.
Judge, I'm sorry, could I ask for, she'd asked me earlier, a family that she grew up with is going to Mexico from the 20th to the 26th and invited her come with them if she could have permission to do
Yeah,
that.
you know, these states, these countries, I don't know who lets who in. I'll just say she can leave the state. I'm not saying she can go to Mexico. You need to double check, make sure there's no problems. I'm sure there's not.
Yeah,
But like Canada, you can't go into Canada.
Canada would be an issue, you're right.
You can leave the state between February the 20.
To the 26th.
I'll make it the 27th in case the flight gets delayed. How's that? Okay. And can she pay all this today or does she need time?
I can pay all this today.
All right. I wish you well, and then you'll meet with probation, okay?
Thank you.
Best of luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Osmond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Lily. Raymond Kirk Hamill.
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is file 26W84017. Good morning, Mr. Gilbert. How are you?
All right. Would you like my appearance?
Yes, please.
Mark Gilbert, P71034 for Mr. Hamill, who is to my left.
Sir, your name?
Your name?
Raymond Hamill.
All right. Can he get a little closer or speak louder? Come on up here, Mr. Hamill. Tell me your name again, please.
Raymond Kirk Hamill.
All right. So, Mr. Gilbert, for purposes of arraignment, does he stand mute and waive formal reading?
We do, Your Honor.
And then you pre-tried this with the prosecutor, true? And he's going to plead guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired with the OWI to be dismissed, true?
That is accurate.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Hamill?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you do that, the possible penalties are up to 300 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service. Court costs are all 4 points, license suspension or revocation in accordance with your record. Your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a trial by court or jury. You have the right at a trial to testify or remain silent with the understanding that if you choose to remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. You have the right to cross-examine the prosecution's witnesses. You have the right to bring in your own witnesses. You have the right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. And if you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we will not have a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. You understand when you plead guilty here today that you're giving up the rights, you're waiving the presumption of innocence, and you're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge operating while visibly impaired, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Woodhaven, County of Wayne on January 4th of 26 on Allen near Van Horn at 2:59 in the morning?
Yes.
Prior to that, did you drink alcohol? And if so, what did you drink and how much?
Yes, and about 6 beers.
Okay, was your ability to operate that motor vehicle impaired because of the alcohol consumption? And if so, in what way?
Yes.
How?
Drunk.
Well,
I know, but why were you
What
pulled
happened?
over by the police? Were you
Oh, I
weaving,
was,
swerving, speed?
Sorry, sir. I was sleeping. Well, the train pulled up and I put my car in park and I fell asleep.
I see. You think you did that at least in part because of your alcohol consumption?
Yes.
And did you take a breath test or a blood draw?
I did breath.
And counsel, were the results 0.136 and you so stipulate that that was an accurate reading for purposes of the plea?
there were actually 2 BACs, and yes, I stepped, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole, sir?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted to that charge operating while impaired. The OWI is dismissed. He is 32, right? All right.
I'm 32.
I'm gonna give you a personal bond of $1,000. I'm gonna order a screening and assessment. John.
Yeah.
Go over to probation, see if they can screen and assess him today, will you? You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I do want you going to AA 1 time per week.
Your Honor, what's the first name?
Hamill. We want to check and see if they're going to be able to screen them. They're really busy over there right now. Or do they want me to set a date? Okay, I want you to call over to probation. 734-671-0201. That's 671-0201. Extension 245, and see when they want him to come in. They're really busy. They're not gonna be able to do it right now, so. And I'll give you a new sentence date or a sentence date and we'll go from there.
Thank
What do
you,
you
Your Honor.
have for me, Heather?
To February 18th at 8:30.
At 8:30, council, okay?
Yeah, do you need us by Zoom or in person on that day?
I mean, if he's gonna be in the, I want sobriety court cases by Zoom, I mean, in person. Other than that, if they're, if he's in your office with you, I don't have a problem with Zoom, okay?
No worries.
Either way, so you both show up here or you both show up there.
Thank you,
February 18th, 8:30. Anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor. I will call probation and try to get a schedule.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Kevin Hudson Sterling. 25W839-175.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Graziani appearing on behalf of Kevin Sterling. Today is the day set for sentencing. Please identify yourself. So,
Good morning, Mr. Graziani. So your client pled guilty to retail fraud, and the agreement was it would be taken under 771.1. He was referred for a pre-sentence report. If he had a chance to review the report with him, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions? And by the way, there was an agreement that says 12 to 18 months. But there's an agreement for restitution of 482.36, I believe.
that's correct, Judge. And he's in a position to pay it. And is in a position also to make a $300 deposit for his funds and costs.
Okay, what would you like to say, counsel?
Judge, there's the only
And your name again?
Kevin Sterling,
Go ahead.
the only modification, Judge, that we're asking for is that in lieu of the court work program, we're asking for Mr. Sterling to participate in volunteer services and comparable hours. But other than that, we're satisfied.
Anything you'd like to say, sir?
Yeah, I just want to say I apologize for my behavior. It's been a very humbling experience, and I can just assure you I won't be in here again.
You know, I guess what
We
bothers,
do have the fingerprints over here if you'd like to put in the file.
the fingerprints?
We have the order for the fingerprints.
Oh, yeah, he already went and got printed, right?
That's correct, Judge.
Yeah, we can take that. Thank you. I think what bothers me is they knew you were doing this repeatedly. I mean, they called ahead. They knew you were going in there and stealing. This wasn't a one-time thing. I mean,
Judge, he is in a program right now and he's been aggressively attending it. And I told him essentially that he's on probation for the rest of his life. That's why I had no problem with the evaluation. And it can be used as a blueprint for him to play the rest of his life.
the evaluation, he's in a psychiatric,
He's receiving treatment at this time, Judge.
at where?
Got the new patient was in Taylor. It's evolution, mental health.
Okay, I'm just gonna say attend mental health treatment at a facility approved by probation, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, 12, did I let everybody finish?
No, we're fine, Judge. We're fine.
12 months probation, you cannot leave the state, and I'll take it under
Thank you,
771.1.
Judge.
You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court with probation as directed. You're not to have any contact with employees of the Woodhaven Aldi store. You're not to enter 20076 West Road in Woodhaven or any other Aldi store. You're to attend the mental health treatment at a facility approved by probation. I'm not going to order the positive strategies, but you are going to serve 3 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of 105, and I'm gonna have you pay restitution of 482.36. I'm gonna have you pay fines 100, costs 100, 75 rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So you have that, that's 3.25, screening fee 60 for 385. You have probation fees of 240 for 625. You have court work program fees of 105 for a total of 730 plus your 482. So that should be $1,212.36. That includes everything. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. If you're compliant, the case will be dismissed at the end of the year on motion of the prosecutor. I'll give you a review hearing date. If you're not compliant, this will go on your record. You'll be subject to a 90-day jail term. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, how much does he have today?
He's got $300 to put down for the fines and court costs, and how much do you have for restitution?
I can pay the restitution today. Fully.
Do you have $800 you can pay today or not?
Yes.
You pay $800 now, and then I'll let you pay $100. I'll let you pay $100 bi-weekly, and I'll start that beginning next Friday, which is the 13th, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me the review hearing date form, Heather, please.
That'll be February 3rd. of
February
27.
February 3rd at 27 at 8:30 in the morning. We'll give you a notice. Make sure you put it in your calendar. You have to show up that day. Any questions? Okay, so you'll meet with probation. I don't know if they'll be able to instruct you to, but go down the hall, pay your fines, and we'll go from there, okay?
Judge, thank you so
But
much.
you have them check in with probation. Thank you, Mr.
Have a good
President.
day.